We're gonna go ahead and get out on the road. You always want to put it on your seatbelt first. Make sure you're safe. The windshield is clean. I'm gonna be switching views back and forth. So what I need you to do is be safe and get out here and be a safe driver. So let's go ahead and get it. Safety is no accident. So we're gonna get in the car. We're all set. Seatbelt is on. We're gonna turn off the interior lights. And now what I'm gonna do is go ahead and switch views. And whenever you back up, you should always look out of your back window. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Whoa, there's a basket there. So I gotta be really careful. And sometimes people do that. So I don't wanna scratch the car. So I'm gonna go back really, really slow. It's a good thing I looked. And that is no joke. So I just want you to hear this, okay? There's a basket right there. Man, if I didn't look, that would have scraped the car up tremendously. So I'm gonna look. Hear a little chime. There's a person. So I waited. Safety. You always gotta look. So some cars have those little chimes. I'm gonna go back really slow. Literally, I'm looking. And that chime saves me. All right, so I'm gonna turn. And I'm gonna switch out directions. All right, so we gotta be careful in parking lots. You saw the basket almost got me. So I'm gonna maintain good speed. I wanna be safe, I wanna look around. Always look where you wanna go. We'll be making a right turn. So I wanna stop. And we're still in the parking lot, so I'm gonna go out and look. Then I gotta go down to the stop sign. Then I have to stop. And I gotta go across because I'm gonna make a right turn. And I do not have a stop. So I'm gonna go through. This gas pedal is really touchy. I'm gonna go up and stop. Then I go across. Going to be going over to the main office, so get a chance to see some good night driving. If you just popped in, we're talking about night driving. What do you need to do to pass your test? So I'm going to go up to the edge and stop. I'm waiting for traffic. The first lane is open, so I'm going to go right into the first lane. You want to keep your turn as short as possible. See how that car pulled out in front of both of us? That's really dangerous. If you did that, you would fail your test. No sense in running the light. So people take driving very casual. You need to take it seriously. Driving is a privilege, not a right. That right can't be taken away. And the state or province that you're in owns your license, or country. I'm always looking around. There are a couple of people pulled up on me to the left, some guy in a beard and a younger guy. So I always look around, want to know who's around me and what's going on. You never know. I just look. This thing has got a lot of power. It's very torquey. And if you're not careful, you'll go over speed. So I'm just taking my time. Night driving can be peaceful. You gotta look over the railroad track left and right. And you should see the rear of the tires on the ground. In most locations around the country, if you're on a graduated license, you will be in the house by now. Some places it's 11, but it depends on your state or country. And also you need to have some night hours when you drive too. If you're under a graduated license, GDL1 or GDL2. Thank you for the thumbs up, I appreciate that. We're at about 50 miles an hour, keeping space. I must be tired, I'm drifting a little bit. I gotta stay focused. And to my next point, you wanna have the air, on a little bit, get some fresh air in the car. Most people are cruising with that speed. See, look at this car. I don't know what they doing. So they're kind of drifting. So I'm gonna make a lane change because I'm not feeling safe and secure. So I'm looking over my shoulder. Yeah, I don't want to be around this car to the right. Because if you see drivers, this car to my right is drifting off. So I'm not going to be around them. So I'm gonna keep it moving. Oh, that phone. The middle lane is a smooth lane, so if you want to have a nice, chill, relaxed drive, stay in the middle lane. I'm just scanning left and right. The light's red up there, so I'm just lifting my foot off the gas. Let the car just gradually lose a little speed. I'm going to stay in the middle lane because that car to the right that we passed, I don't know if they're under the influence or tired, so I don't want to be around them. Get over one to the left, mirror, turn signal, blind spot. Thank you for the thumbs up. I'm trying to bring you some value. Got a nice drive, nice night drive for you. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you got any questions, you can put them in, let me know. I'm going to be talking about good speed control, what you should see at night, what you should do. We'll get on the expressway so you can get some good information to help you learn to become a good driver. Success leaves clues, and I'm always trying to help you become better drivers, better students. And then I'm going to squeeze my brakes real easy. Everyone's trying to make most lights. So if you drive about 45 to 50 miles an hour, you're going to make most lights. I'm also looking for people who could be drunk, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. Checking my mirrors. I'm off the gas, but I have space. And we're making most lights, so that's good. I'm at about 48. Speed limit's 50. If you're looking ahead, you'll see the next light, and that next light is red. The light after that, green. So we're trying to develop good speed control. if you were driving with me, I would make sure you're in one of the 2 middle lanes and that you have great speed control. If you're on a GDL1 or GDL2, which is a graduated license, you will be coming home unless you have a job and you need to get a letter signed from your employer that, hey, you know, John or Shaniqua or Shaquavia, they're coming home, they'll be leaving and coming home about 10:45 in case you do get pulled over. The most common offense is no blinker. You can hear my blinkers when we get over one lane to the right. Mirror, turn signal, blind spot. Isn't it amazing that you don't see a lot of people? This car is really courteous. I like that. They're using blinkers. I feel safe. That car to the middle left, they're just cutting. Passing a Tesla on the left, really nice. That truck is cut out of the lane too. So at about 50, I'm lifting my foot a little bit because I'm creeping up in this car, so I'm going to keep my space. Thing I suggest you get a dash cam. It can really give you good insight into your driving. You can always show your friends. Now there's a semi truck up here, and then a car behind me cut over too. So you have to make a decision. About 1.5 miles, we need to get over to the right. So I'm going to make a decision right now to get over one lane to the left. And you want to keep your speed smooth through your lane changes. A lot of beginners have their foot on the brake, will get rear-ended, or they look too long. So you can tell that the car's moving smoothly. This is a huge truck, so I want to make sure I'm not in the blind spot. And what you'll see at night, a lot of people either going really, really fast or slow or kind of drifting. So I need to get over within 3 inches early so you don't get caught at the last second and then you have to cut off a bunch of cars. Man, you see these trucks up here. I'm just giving you insight. So I had to get over one more lane to the right. A lot of drivers wait till the last second. Try to get over early so you don't have to make those panic lane changes. A moment, I'll be getting an expressway. I can give you some insight into that. If this is bringing you value and you're learning something, give it a thumbs up. Okay, I gotta turn on my right turn signal. I gotta get over one lane. I'm gonna stay in the outside lane to show you a couple things. See that vehicle? Man, that's crazy. And then I'm gonna stay to the outside or to the left lane. And then you start accelerating out of the curve. I'm at 44 right now, if you wanted to know. I'm at 58 now. This car's really fast. I haven't driven in a while, so I don't want to go too crazy. I'm at 64, 69. Okay, so I came out about in the upper 60s. Now this drive can be kind of boring too, and it's very monotonous, so it's really easy to fall asleep. So you just want to stay awake and do your best. I'm staying straight by using my mirrors and also looking ahead as far as I can. There are deer out here that could pop up and pop out. You never want to veer for the deer. You have to slow down and hold your hands on the steering wheel really firmly. And the deer could come through the windshield too. I've seen some of those and they're very dangerous. hopefully it's bright enough for you. It looks like you can see pretty clearly, and that gives you confidence at night. If your windows are dirty or you have eyeglasses that could have glare, that could impact your driving. It's about 10:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then you're going to see me go through a couple of roundabouts. That's going to be helpful too. We were discussing that tonight in class, so I want to give you some insight. Sometimes you'll see cars going slower, and then you have a choice to either change lanes or kind of back off. So I'm trying to back off this vehicle. I think when you learn how to drive, you learn how to be smoother in your lane changes, be smoother in speed control, because there's a significant difference between 6 months, a year and a half when you first learn how to drive. The first 90 days are the most dangerous. So you want to look at my content. You want to talk to your mom, talk to your dad. So we're going uphill on a curve. So I'm just looking up. You'll see the reflectors to the right. Oh, they're the police. I'm okay. I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm just trying to stay chill. See, they all just pop up, man. I'm telling you. That's real. So y'all here doing 80 or 90, you won't make it. You'll get a ticket. So the man was doing what he was needing to do. So that's a teachable moment. That's real right there. So when you think you're alone on these roads, then the police pop up and pop out, and now you got a ticket. So most of us are riding on the right lane. I think they were hiding in the median with the lights off, so you'll never be able to see him or her. So that's why you gotta just cruise, man. You can't be doing 80, 85, 90. You have to drive at the speed limit. A lot of people ask me, well, can I drive over? No, the police will pull you. And these reflectors will help you orientate yourself. We got our edge line to the right. We got our broken white line. Lane changes. I got to get up at the second exit, so I'm going to show you. We need to get up at the second exit, so I'm at about 64 speed limit here, 70. And then right about the exit side, I'm going to turn on my right blinker, which is up. And then I need to squeeze my brake because I need to be at 25 miles an hour. You're going to see some signs. These yellow and black signs are chevron alignment signs. So they're to the left side, so there's a curve going, a sharp curve to the right, and that warning sign is a roundabout. I try to go over these as much as possible. So I have to go up and yield. And if there are cars there, the yield becomes a stop. So I'm coming up, I'm looking, and then I yield. It's clear, I check, then I proceed in the first lane. Keep your turn as short as possible. So that's your first roundabout. This is your second. I'm at about 37. And then I'm looking, and I squeeze, and I check, and then I proceed, and I'm trying to look ahead around the curve. It's really easy to hit a curve because you're trying to focus ahead, but if you're not careful, you'll just go off the road. I've seen that too with students, particularly at night, and it's hard enough for all of us to see, but for a beginning driver, it could be very overwhelming. So this is a still green light. It just changed. So I'm at 44 miles an hour. Then I'm going to squeeze my brakes. And you want to stop behind the stop bar or stop line. You'll see a white line coming up. And I want to stop right here. So a little Mustang and Challenger or Scat Pack, Chargers Scat Pack, are trying to mess around. So I'm just looking left and right, taking my time. It's about 10:30 p.m. So most of you, if you're younger, you're in sleep. You know, you're sleeping. If you're older, you're like, hey, let's get it. What are we doing tonight? We're out here driving, doing some night driving, kind of showing you things you need to do. I'm looking left and right, and then I proceed. People do run lights at intersections, so don't assume anything. Scanning, being patient. Thank you for the thumbs up. So we got a Ram truck up here, and I've been in some of those trucks before. You're higher up, so you can see more. They're not that great on gas, but you definitely can see more. I'm riding in a Trailblazer. This is a 2023 Trailblazer. Right about 50, just cruising. Quarter of a tank, about 1,200 RPMs. And I'm trying to be smooth. A lot of curves give beginners difficult times because you're trying to look ahead, but the road curves to the left or curves to the right, so you got to be careful. I'm already in the intersection. So now I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze my brakes. And this is where a lot of beginners like literally go off this curb. So if you don't look where you're going, and this is where I have to help you. So I need you to turn the wheel and position the car right here. And we're gonna wait. And if it's clear, go all the way over to the right. So if you were with me, I would tell you go all the way over to the right and then turn out, hand over hand. We're going to make a right turn at the light, so I tell you early, and then I need you to get over to the right. And then some of you would go into the ditch, or some of you would ride into the correct place. And then you have to look, and you don't see that vehicle ran the light. You don't always have to turn around, you just have to look. And once it's safe and there's no sign saying you can't, you're good. So I turn. And then we have double yellow lines. So this means you can't pass. We have a broken yellow line on our side, so we could, pass it safe. But you can't exceed the speed limit. Sometimes they have this on. See, I'm at 47. Your man's on point. You're gonna be driving good because the police are out. I'm trying to model good driving behavior for all of you. You saw the police go by on the expressway. I was right at the right speed. That popped on. I'm at 47 and a 50. And this road, they drive crazy fast. So I am not trying to get hit or get a ticket. A lot of beginners will like drift off. This lane to the right is for right turns only. You got to know what lane you're going into. You don't want to come up and stop. This stop line is kind of worn out. I look left and right. I'm going to go in this office facility. I'm just checking, doing my verifications. Okay, we're gonna get back. Gonna go through a residential area. Then I'm gonna take you through some roundabouts. Then we'll get on the expressway. This is night drive, so they're relaxing. You gotta be safe out here. Thank you for the thumbs up, appreciate it. And I'm coming up, so I'm looking left and right. Then I need to get into the middle turn lane. And that's over here to the left. Blinking yellow, I look, turn short. Right by the double yellow. I'm less scanning. I don't think anyone would be out jogging at night, but definitely runners, deer, people getting out from the bar. 3 blinks, about 4 blinks. I'm not trying to turn the wheel. A lot of beginners will hug the right because they're looking down at the line. This road does go to the left, so if you were driving as a beginner, you would literally go straight off the road, just like I'm going now, see? And that's what beginners do because they're not looking ahead, so I want to teach you to look ahead. And then we need to make a right turn at the light, and then I would tell you you need to get the car positioned to the right. And then we come up and stop. And then I want to move forward. It's called showing the car. I don't know if you can see those rocks in the ground. If you make a wide turn, you're going to hit all this debris. And then I'm going to go right into the nearest lane. And I've had students go all the way over to the right. That's the shoulder. I know it looks peaceful out here, but you have to be careful. It's really easy to fall asleep if you're not paying attention. And a lot of these headlights can, blind you. You might see stars, so you gotta really be careful. I'm trying to maintain good speed right now. You see the car to my right. Some of you might even drift. And I'm gonna squeeze my brakes. I need to get you over to the right lane, so I would tell you, if you can, please get us over to the right. It wouldn't be this smooth. It would take you longer to kind of process the information. Everyone's a little bit different. You should be able to see the stop line, and I want to stop. S-T-O-P. Excuse me. I'm just checking the intersection, being patient. I look left and right. There's the green. And if you see bars or clubs to your right or left, anticipate people who are under the influence. Okay, we have our first roundabout. Signal our intention. We're going around to the right. And I'm going to squeeze my brakes. I'm going to check. And then I'm going to go in slow to the right. And then I'm gradually picking up. This is a long S curve. I'm at about 44. If you were driving, most of you would go about 35, way too slow. And then I would check my mirror and say, you need to pick up. Signal our intention, look over our shoulder. Speed control's pretty good. You should be able to see the reflectors. They help you so you don't go off the road. I'm trying to hold the wheel as even as possible. A lot of beginners will end up drifting to the right, so I'm going to show you. See, I'm going off the road. That's what a lot of you would do. Or you would start lifting your foot off the gas and just losing speed control. Because these curves kind of disorientate beginners. So I'm trying to help you when I look around the curve. Driving on the interstate is different than driving on a smaller expressway because you have a lot more semi-trucks. I'm kind of drifting too. I see some traffic coming up. So if you were with me, I would tell you, let's make a lane change to the left. And you are with me. And we let them merge out. They're from Texas. No wonder they're tired. Lone Star State. They're from Ontario. They're going off the road too, to the right. What is going on? Oh, I want to stay away from them. So you're seeing a lot of real things tonight. And this is what I want you to see so you know how to handle this. Stay away from drivers like that. Keep it moving. A lot of drivers do fall asleep. We're going to get off of 1 mile, maintaining the speed. This driver's speeding up behind me as I'm checking my mirrors. Drifting off the road, trying to ride it in. Looking behind me. Thank you for the thumbs up. We're going to get up for this exit coming up. Turning the car about now. And then I'm squeezing my brake. I do not want to come in real fast. I'm a little too fast. So you can see me kind of drifting to the left. A lot of students get confused here. We have to go across both lights and then you have a sharp left turn. So So I'm looking at the green is in our favor. I'm just looking, and then I would say turn on the blinker now, and then squeeze your brakes, go in slow, stay to the left. A lot of you would go in the middle lane because you would have too much speed coming off the expressway. We're on a downhill drop, so if you give too much gas, you'll be going way, way fast. This almost feels slow because remember, we are at 70 and now we're at 45, so you're velocitized. So to the right, a lot of times law enforcement will hang over there and just catch people going double the speed limit. So you gotta be aware of this, and you'll see that on your test too. Velocitization. So I'm trying to match my speed so I can start making these lights. You can't always speed because you're going to end up getting a ticket and ruining your license. I'm always looking around. Speed control's pretty nice. I want to get over one lane, so just checking traffic. Turning my blinker. Get over mid lane. Excuse me. The two middle lanes are the safest. They're the smoothest. You're always going to have traffic. So this car's tailgating. This truck is tailgating. So you'll be driving at a normal speed. All of a sudden, someone will hit the brakes. I'm just trying to teach you to maintain good speed. You don't want to be an erratic lane changer. These are people or drivers who always change lanes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. They have a broken tail light. They would definitely get pulled over. It's equipment violation. It's definitely a different beat or rhythm at night. You can see how easy it is to fall asleep. And I try to give you real life driving, so when you're out here, you don't fall asleep. Go ahead and get over the lane to the left. And now I'm good. Going a little too fast, so I just lifted my foot. I'm scanning each intersection. Now this lane, if I don't get out of it, it will turn left. So I need to time it and get over early. A lot of beginners wait till the last second. So go ahead and get over one lane. Good. Meaning I'm safe, I'm in the middle lane, I'm scanning left and right. I see cars coming in from the left, cars coming in from the right. learn the correct way to drive in the beginning of your journey, you'll be a really safe driver and have low insurance. And that's one thing that you want to shoot for, is getting the lowest possible insurance. If you're under 25, then you're going to have high insurance, because that age group tends to have more accidents. After about 25, 26, you start getting common sense. They also say brain development. Your brain is not mature until about 24. Getting over, just trying to stay in these middle lanes. Lane changes, showing you what you need to do. Stay smooth, look over your shoulder, use your blinker. When you look over your shoulder, you're checking your blind spot. Make another lane change. And then on some drives, I have students just make multiple lane changes over and over and over. So you learn how. So this tow truck is really tailgating this Corvette. That's must be a 2025, 2026. Yeah. Okay. Is that a Corvette? It is. I don't know what. It's probably a 25 or 26. It has that M on there as an experimental vehicle, and then after they get the testing data, they end up crushing it. What a shame. I had some friends who were automotive engineers, and they share that. They can't say much though. Squeezing my brakes early, smooth. So that was probably an engineer. And you can tell not a lot of people are out. Cars are running. I want you to hear this. I think this is a Corvette. I want you to hear this. It's really nice. Oh yeah, that's a Corvette. Oh. Really nice. It's definitely a different design. Looks like a Nissan Z or something. Oh, here we go. They're trying to clown around. He or she doesn't want those problems. That's a Corvette. Yep. 2027 tag on there. So that's an engineer. Man, that's a unique design. I'm a Camaro enthusiast myself, so they're not worried about anything. People always try to show off. And that's when they have accidents. They're probably getting some testing data. They let those engineers take them home. I'm gonna get over one lane. Man, those lights are definitely different. Make a left-hand turnaround up here. Yeah, that's very unique vehicle. then I cannot make the complete left turn until it turns green. So I'm just gonna wait. There's my green. I look. I can make my left. I'm getting a little bit tired myself. So speed can definitely put you into a trance. Now look at cars. This white vehicle's past the stop line. They're behind it. Our petrol's okay. I'll come over here and talk to you guys, give you some insight and tips. And I like to get petrol or food in a well-lit area so I can be safe. We went over some of the driving techniques you need to do as a driver and how you become better. I always want you to become better. This is very educational for me. You saw a lot of cars, people falling asleep, drifting off the road. You saw the police pop up and pop out. They were in the median, and then I was driving at the speed limit, and they almost like popped up and kind of scared me. You saw me go on multiple roundabouts, so that was a good situation there. You saw me drive in different areas, keeping with the speed limit, avoiding danger, pointing out some of those things that you need to know as a beginning driver. I hope you enjoyed this. Success leaves clues. Subscribe to the channel. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach teens and adults. I really appreciate you. Have a good evening. Bye.